Welcome to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with Rebecca Hall-Greider. In our program each week, we provide the tools, ideas, and encouragement to help you move ahead on your journey, becoming a more powerful and impactful woman in your own life. Now here's your host, Rebecca Hall-Greider.
Welcome, everyone. I hope that you're having an amazing day. Honored to be connecting in with you. And can you believe we are almost at the end of January? My goodness, this year has already started so quickly. And I know we have talked on some of our previous shows how people are having all different kinds of experiences in range of them as the year's starting. And I thought, well, this is a perfect time for us to look ahead and to really explore how to keep positive and hopeful and resilient when there are shifts and changes that we're experiencing and healing. This is an important time to also look at our self-care and healing and releasing what no longer serves so that we can step forward more powerfully in what does and bring the gift of who we are forward. So today, we have amazing guests that are going to come alongside us and really help encourage and empower us around staying positive, around stepping into hope and joy and looking forward in a positive way to all that is to come, building our resilience, stepping into healing. And when we do all of those things, we're able to move forward in a really powerful way and navigate no matter what comes so that we can choose to shine in our life and share our gifts. So I'm really looking forward to the conversation today. I hope that you're excited, leaning in, and looking forward to all that will be spoken to your heart and to your spirit today. But in order to get the most out of our time together today, I want to encourage you to choose to be fully present. In fact, this time is just for you. You get to be poured into. I encourage you, just release all of those distractions, set them to the side, take a breath with us as you connect in and be open to receive all that serves you. We have a rainstorm going on in the background there, so if you hear some of that on the show, hear that rain just washing away what no longer serves, bringing moisture and nourishment and all that does to support you, hydrate you, and lift you up, but just kind of washing away what no longer is supportive of you. This is a great time to release those things as you are moving forward. And I want to encourage you, as you're taking this breath and this pause, that you breathe in deeply and out. Remember the power of the exhale. We've talked about that on a couple shows. And close your eyes. You're absolutely safe. And in this stillness, what is it that you need today? In fact, let's put both hands on our heart. Feel that beat of the heart. What is it that you need today that will support you, encourage you, empower you, uplift you? Just see what your heart and spirit is sharing with you, reminding you of. Beautiful. And let me just add one more piece to this. So not only identifying what it is that you need, but also that you're willing to receive, because you have choice in that. See if that shifts the information a little bit. So what it is that you need and are willing to receive. Beautiful. Let's take a breath. Come back into the room, eyes open, fully present. Beautiful. Move your shoulders a little bit. Just move a little bit there. Beautiful. And take a moment to write down what was laid on your heart. Let's keep it top of mind. Let's be actively on the lookout for exactly what it is that you need, unattached to how. In fact, you're looking forward to being surprised at the wonderful way this need, unexpected way, this need will be met. So you get to be surprised. You get to be leaning in, open to receive. Beautiful. And writing it down helps it stop swirling around in you and actually brings it forward, starts to bring it into reality. And if any of you happen to be those that shiny objects can catch your attention, it's nice to have it where you can glance down at your paper and keep it top of mind throughout the day and throughout our time together today. So just tools to support you in the conversation. And I encourage you to listen deeply and take in all that serves. And with that, I'm going to connect with our amazing guests and have them each share when they took a moment to just stop, pause, slow down a little bit, and listen what was laid on their heart to share. And with that, Janet, I'd love to start with you. What's on your heart? What did you feel come through?
Rebecca, I've been going through a period of trying to heal some old wounds so that I can go forward. Mm-hmm. And I have found that what I need is a community of people that may have experienced some of the things I have, but on the other hand, have a totally different perspective on what I've been through and how maybe the adversity can be turned into something positive and give me the ability to go forward. So community is the word that kept flashing in my brain.
That's community. So beautiful. Yeah, continue. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to disrupt you. I'm just feeling and echoing that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, that's
community to support me.
Beautiful. And I love that, and that willingness for support and different perspectives, but that there's a connection in that community and in paths. Really beautiful. And I suspect many of our listeners are feeling that as well and identifying with that. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We're lifting you up in that connection into that community that is most supportive. And Ariel, I would love for you to share what was laid on your heart.
Oh, thank you for asking. The word that came forward for me, Rebecca, was harmony. Mm. And I just had this sense as I was investigating and going deeper into that word of energies blending and creating, chords instead of discord. Mm-hmm. So attunement and harmony came to mind. And when I investigated that deeply, it opened up into like an ease and this beautiful, harmonious presence.
Oh, beautiful. And I can just feel those layers as you're sharing in that going deeper and what that means and feels. So I love that harmony, that alignment, that attunement, and the beautiful music. You didn't say music, but I was feeling music that can come forward and be created with that. So beautiful. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And listeners, how about you? What was laid on your heart? What is speaking to you as you're taking a moment to slow down a little bit and listen? And you're hearing Janet and Ariel share what was laid on their hearts. How did that weave into what's being spoken to yours? As we go to our first commercial break, I encourage you to stay present. Use this time as the beautiful commercials and updates are playing in the background to really receive everything that is being spoken to your heart and to your spirit to serve and support you. And we will continue our conversation in just 2 minutes.
Become our friend on Facebook. Post your thoughts about our shows and network on our timeline. Visit Facebook.com/Voice America.
Introducing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
You have the power to be stronger, live fearlessly, and enjoy the benefits of a great life. Listen for Fearlessly Authentic with host Jody Harrison Bauer. Jody has proven at an age when many start to slow down that she is just getting started. With 2 grown daughters, a successful business that she started at 50, a finalist in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, and a 2-time world bikini champion. She's ready to take you to the next level in your life. Fearlessly Authentic airs Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific on Voice America Empowerment. Rebecca Hall-Greider's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
It's your world. Motivate, change, succeed. VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall-Greider. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you had a moment to really listen to what's being laid on your heart and your spirit and what is going to serve you at the highest level today. We're so honored to have you joining us. I'm looking forward to exploring the amazing content that our I would call them transformational experts are bringing to us today. So I'm very excited to more formally introduce Janet. Janet L. Schmidt is an author of the forthcoming book, As You Love Yourself, The Journey to Self-Awareness and Hope. She is a former grants trainer and manager. She has used her technical writing skills and passion for writing to write for a local women's magazine, which featured articles on business in the community. She's been featured in the industry's National Grants Management Association Journal, and she's passionate about helping you be resilient and positive and aware no matter what. Please lean in and warmly welcome the powerful Janet L. Schmidt to the show. Welcome.
Thank you, Rebecca. I'm very pleased to be here today with you and the listeners.
I'm thrilled to have you joining us today and would love for you to share a little bit about why this book. Why are you being called to bring this book forward, and how is that tying into the mission you've been given? And I'd love for you to share a little bit about the book.
The book came in the beginning as a response to my son, who was struggling very, very much during his adolescent years with relationships, with school, with responsibilities, all those things. And he had 3 learning disabilities on top of it, so he had a lot of issues he had to work through. So we developed a chart, more or less, that had on one side all the things that you needed to do in order to love yourself, and on the other side, all the things you needed to do in order to have strong relationships with others. So we believe, or at least I believe, there is a duality to our nature as human beings. One is to ourself. We have ourself, our ego, and our superego and our id, going back to Freud, I guess. And those things make up ourself, our experiences. And then the other duality is our relationships with other people. Now, when you're born, you're hardwired for language. You're hardwired to communicate, to be engaged. And you're also very much needing the human touch and hearing the human voice. So there is a duality to us that we need to nurture ourselves, but we also need people in our lives that are important to us that we can love.
Yeah.
So we try to get him to understand that by doing things like manners and excuse me, manners and respecting other people and respecting yourself, and there's a whole variety of things we put in the book. Those kind of things help you reach that point where you feel like you do love yourself because you're getting reflected back to you what you give to others. And,
beautiful.
Yeah,
well, this is
kind of the book that I really felt a mission to write it after we got that chart. It's taken me 10 years, if you can believe that. But
it sometimes takes a while to bring a book forward. It does. There's a birthing process, and there's a journey, and determining kind of that right time, and to bring it forward. And I find there's a lot that comes up on that journey for the author and birthing the book and bringing it forward. Would you take just a moment and give us a couple of examples of what was on that chart, because it was so transformational and had such a huge impact on him and you and your family? Do you mind giving a couple examples? I know you listed manners, but do you mind giving us a little bit more information?
Sure. Let me think here. One of the things I did touch on is spirituality. And I made sure that people understand that no matter what you believe in, the universe, a God, or just what you do in your life matters and affects other people. It's very important that you nurture your spirituality and take care of yourself that way. The other thing is, I'm trying to think of, there is a resiliency part. And the resiliency part is you have to take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, there's no one else there to do it for you. And it's important to nurture those things inside of you that need nurtured. If you're artistic, you need to do art. If you're a writer, you need to write. If you like to go take nature walks or be involved in ecology, you need to go do that. And so that's another part. Respect.
Perfect. So I love this. I think that self-care, that nurturing is so important, and honoring those different parts of ourselves and how we're wired and made. And I love how you're saying that. If you're drawn to that, if that's part of how you're wired, it's important to do that and to bring that into your life and bring it forward. So can you share, as we are looking ahead at 2021 and we're releasing what no longer serves, are there some tips or insights that you can share with us to help us tap into our resilience, to help us keep a positive attitude? Are there some tips that you can share with us?
Sure. One of the things is don't be afraid to let go of last year's mistakes and shortcomings. And because you can learn from those things, but then you need to let them go and go forward. Don't let them become an obstacle.
Yep.
Another one is you will survive what you encounter in your life.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, it may be really bad and you don't think you're going to make it, but there is enough inside of you. There is a soul and there is strength that if you reach deep down inside of yourself, you can survive whatever you encounter.
Mm-hmm.
And then live like you know where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, this purpose that you talk about quite often on the show is very important, that you know what your purpose is.
Yes.
And you may not know how that's going to come to be, whatever it is, but you need to live like you do know, like you are going that
Mm-hmm.
direction. You are going to live that purpose. And that will help everything align and come together for you so that you truly can do that. It's almost like a form of visualization.
Mm-hmm.
You view it as you're doing it right now. What would it be like? What would it feel like? And then you go from there. And pretty soon, before you know it, things start happening that you didn't expect, and opportunities start popping up. It's all with the positivity too, the positive thoughts.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing. I love that. Releasing, let go of mistakes, things that happen, move forward in a positive way. I love that. Moving forward with purposefulness and using kind of all those senses to visualize and bring forward and taking those steps forward. And I just wanted to circle back to your book as well and touch on, I know that it's targeted to come out in 2021. Is there a time of year we should be watching for it?
Yes, I'm planning on, or hopefully if everything goes well, I am planning for it to be released in the fall.
Okay, perfect. So we'll make sure at the end of the show that we share how people can stay in touch with you, they can follow, and if that book is pulling at their heart and spirit, now they know to kind of watch in the fall to be released, which will be great. And do you mind sharing the title of your book one more time for everybody?
Sure. It's As You Love Yourself, the journey to self-awareness and hope.
Perfect. Great. And I'm also curious, I'm always curious about, has a cover been designed or is it in the works?
No, the cover hasn't been designed yet.
Okay.
But, I think it's going to be something really fantastic.
Absolutely.
With that kind of title.
Good. Good. Because there's always such a process to bringing a cover forward, and I know there's so much thought that goes into that, so I always like to check in on that and see. So we look forward to your amazing cover coming forward, to the release of your book in the fall. That will be great. I thank you for your tips and these really important reminders and things to think about to really help us move forward in a positive, purposeful, and powerful way. We are getting ready to go to our next commercial break, and as we do that, listeners, I want you to take those 2 minutes to really process what Janet has shared, see what's being spoken to your heart and spirit. What are you going to release? Mistakes, or I was even thinking with Ariel share, discord, things that we're releasing, and what are you bringing forward and stepping into without that weighing you down anymore? What are you going to move forward in? We'll look forward to continuing our conversation in just 2 minutes.
Follow us on Twitter at VoiceAmericaTRN. Get the lowdown on guests, new shows, and your favorites. That's VoiceAmericaTRN.
Rebecca Hall Greider's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Do you have executive function challenges? Actually, these are a lot more common than you would think. These challenges include time management issues, organization, planning, focusing, memory, and problem solving. If this sounds like you, you'll want to check out Focus on Success. With Fozzie Acosti, you'll hear from professionals that offer advice based on their expertise and provide solutions to improve your life. Focus on Success can be heard Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Pacific Time, noon Eastern, on Voice America Empowerment.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
It's your world. Motivate, change, succeed. VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall-Griter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those 2 minutes and you had an opportunity to really feel in and see what are you getting to let go and release. That can actually feel so good. Sometimes we're carrying things we're not even realizing that we're carrying, and being able to just release that and move forward in a powerful way. And some of those important tips and reminders that Janet gave us about how we can step forward in a purposeful way. And one of the consistent things we've talked about today has been healing and hope and resilience. And our next amazing guest has a really powerful project that she's working on and does a lot in the healing space. So it's just perfect. Excited to introduce you to her. Her name is Ariel Asher. She is the compiler of Empowered Self-Care. She is an international best-selling author, speaker, holistic educator, and empowerment leader. Founder of Body, Mind, Soul TV and Media Network, producer and host of the Healing Body, Mind, and Soul podcast, and the proud recipient of 2, not just 1, but 2, 2020 Communicator Awards of Distinction from the Academy of Interactive and Visual Arts. Ariel's personal mission is to raise the consciousness of the planet, one soul at a time. Please lean in and warmly welcome the powerful and dynamic Ariel Asher to the show. Welcome!
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Awesome. Thanks for having me today, Rebecca.
Oh, you're so welcome. My hands were raised up welcoming you to the stage. So just thrilled to have you joining us. And I know this is an especially busy time with some of the projects that you're working on. So I'm really thrilled that you're able to join us today and share with us. And before we get into some of the projects, I would love for you to share why is this mission of raising the consciousness of the planet one soul at a time, why is that personally so important to you?
Rebecca, I've always been sensitive my whole life. And when I finally discovered the world of healing and extrasensory perception and intuition and psychics, I just was really, really intrigued in that world and have always believed that there is something other than what's here. And the key to that is being grounded in our body and raising our consciousness. My work kind of unfolds and circles around those themes.
Mm. So powerful, and I love that sensitivity and interest in that it was this whole world that you got to step into, and you've stepped into it in so many different ways, so many different modalities, and I feel like you're just continuing to bring so much to the world that is helping, and I think it's groups of souls at a time with all that you are doing and bringing forward.
I think I have graduated to that level. Yeah, I do think I graduated to that level. And what I found was I just kept getting more and more healing certifications, and I have a degree in metaphysics, and I just kept getting more and more healing certifications. I've got like alphabet soup after my name, Rebecca. Mm-hmm. But here's what
you have lots.
Crazy, all different modalities. Yeah, but it's not about the modalities. Those were all ways that I was exploring to raise my own consciousness and to tap into my own intuition and to assist my my clients.
Mm-hmm. So beautiful. Thank you. And yes,
I was going to say, excuse me for interrupting. I have been doing this work long enough, and I know I'm I feel useful, so I don't mind about that. But I've been doing this work long enough that in the old days we weren't even allowed to say the word healing, which is why I had to be a massage therapist, and why I had to be a hypnotherapist, and why I had to have all these other things and the alphabet soup, because we weren't even allowed to say healing because it was a no-no as a word, so that we didn't conflict with the medical industry. Mm-hmm. I guess.
No, that's so interesting, and how that has shifted so much.
Now it's my word. Yeah, now it's my word. I own it. I'm so excited that I get to say it out loud. Yeah, we couldn't put it on our business cards or anything back then.
Well, I love knowing that, though, because I kind of take it for granted that we can say those words and we can claim those things. And so I really appreciate that perspective, and that really knowing the journey it's taken for everyone to be able to say that. And to me, that's another example of the consciousness being raised. So I think that's exciting. Woo-hoo! I celebrate that. That's right. I love that you're owning it. All of that is so powerful and so amazing. And speaking of that, it's even part of the work. What I don't want to do the big reveal. I would love for you to talk about. I'll just be direct. I would love for you to talk about your forthcoming book, Empowered Self-Care. I'd love for you to share the full title, the vision of it, the cover, where we can look forward to it being revealed and shared, and what you hope it does for the world.
Oh, yes. Well, the book is entitled Empowered Self-Care, Healing Body, Mind, and Soul for a Better World. And I have gathered 25 healers, spiritual teachers, and transformational coaches like myself to really crack open everyone's perception of what self-care means to them, and really embracing the whole body, mind, soul model. And all of my beautiful compiled authors come together as beautiful facets and directions that I think that our readers are really going to love, hearing all the women's stories and really getting their juicy tips. I mean, it is chock full of great tips and very generous bonuses that all of the women have provided for our readers. It's really super exciting.
And it's such a powerful book.
It's almost too exciting at the moment because it's coming out on February 9th. And so we are just right up against our deadlines and just waiting with bated breath for the book to come out. And I love that what she was talking about. She doesn't have a cover yet. For me, it was exactly the opposite. Once I had my cover of my book, I was off and running. It was such a powerful vision in my mind. And I know my graphics team, they were all, what would you like? And I'm all, this. I got the graphics myself. I knew exactly what I wanted, and bam, it was there. So that's how that went. I I really had the vision that this book came to me. And I saw all these little stars, and they were like my little authors or something, stars floating down, and they all came into this beautiful compilation. It was very visual and very visceral for me, this meditation that I had. And then just for the last a little bit over a year, I've been compiling it and working with you. Thank you very much, Rebecca, to bring it forward. And oh gosh, it's just at the super exciting, about to burst point.
Exactly. And do you mind? I know you described the stars on the cover. Do you mind describing just a little bit visually?
Sure.
For our listeners, I picture them leaning in, going, "I want to see it. I want to experience it."
What is that? Yeah, it's how interesting where I'm describing a visual on the radio. I love this. This is up my alley. So the cover is beautiful. It's black, like out in space, with this brilliant light coming through, like a star. And then around the star is these hands, and I know people have seen on Facebook or very trendy media, hands that are in the form of a heart. But the cool thing about these hands is they are painted to be like the earth itself. And it's just amazing. It is like an angelic presence or a healing presence bringing that energy through. It really inspires me, and it inspired a lot of my authors to jump on the project. They go, "I don't know what it's about, but I want to do it."
They felt that pull.
Yeah, here it is. And they said, "Yes, let's do it."
Love it. Thank you. Thank you for your beautiful description on the radio so we can visualize it in our minds. And the launch date, I just want to make sure everyone got that so they can mark it on their calendar, is February 9th. It's coming up really soon. And I know that you're making it available for a super special rate the first 24 hours, which is exciting. So another reason for all of our listeners to make sure to put that on the calendar. And do you mind sharing just a little bit about where it'll be and what that special rate is?
Yes, I would love. Well, we did some promotional media and did a lot of talks. We are offering our book for the special rate of $1. I think that was a surprise to my publisher because I think we were going to do it $1.99, but I was so excited and published so much media for $1, we had to go with that. So we're going with that for the amazing
super extra special rate.
Super extra. That was my mistake, so everybody out there can thank me very much for that. Saved you guys a little money. But that will be available on Amazon and at our network website, which is bodymindsoul.tv.
Perfect. So everyone mark that date on your calendar, February 9th. I don't want anyone missing out if they're feeling that same pull that you felt in birthing and creating and bringing it forward. I want everyone to be able to lean in and take advantage of that. We're going to be sharing it out in social media, so stay tuned. Mark that date on your calendar. You can absolutely find additional information on the site that she just listed. I'll make sure at the end of the show we share all the contact information again. So everybody has that. Excited about your book. I can't wait for it to come forward. It is so powerful. I've gotten to see advanced copies of it, and the gifts are so generous. The chapters are so impactful, and they will help support you shift. And meaning shift, it's almost like an expansion as you read the transformational information, and the perspectives and the insight that you get is so powerful. So really, I'm a fan. Looking forward to it. Can't wait for it to come out. Absolutely. And I'm just curious, what in leading this, because you've been working on it for a little bit over a year, what has been your favorite part of it?
I really loved, I love writing. And I think that everybody should investigate that. It's one of, even for people that don't want to get published, I really encourage journaling. But I really loved creating my community of authors. I really loved meeting with them every month, and especially, that last year that we just had, it was very nice to have them consistently meeting, and we really formed quite a spiritual community. It was very powerful. And we will continue to bring forward that energy to our readers and everybody who visits us at our network online.
Beautiful. You have formed a really, really powerful community, and I love that it gets to continue and move forward, and watching that come together and be built. Love that. Was there, we've talked about the favorite part. Was there a part where maybe it was where, do I really want to keep doing this and bringing it forward? Did you happen to have a moment like that?
Yes, Rebecca. How nice of you to ask. Yes, I've had a couple moments like that. I'm a people pleaser, so if my ladies aren't happy and something isn't coming out the way that they want it, I really noticed where I was taking their things personally a couple times, and it was an opportunity for me to grow and really zoom out and really listen deeply to them about what they were really asking for instead of what they were demanding of me, or a couple times. It's a reveal. I did say that my word was harmony. I just wanted to eliminate any discord. But I'm also a jazz performer, so I do appreciate that note every once in a while.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to embrace it all. So for me, I just didn't like the hurt feelings. Like, I just, if anything ever happened or mistakes or whatever, the hurt feelings were, sometimes I noticed I needed to clean them up a little quicker.
No, and I think that's so important to know, especially leading something so powerful that there are different highs and lows on the journey and opportunities to grow and learn for all involved. But those do happen, especially on, I think, such a transformational project. So I appreciate you sharing the reveal, kind of, opening the curtain a bit and sharing some of those things.
Open kimono, yes.
Because we don't always talk about those things. Yeah.
But I will say it was like 98% blissful. I really, those, only a few little speed bumps, and even if the speed bumps seemed huge at the time, we were really, because of the power of the project, we were really able to get things back on track quick.
Beautiful. Love that. Great. And then just curious, as looking ahead, are there any upcoming projects or maybe another book, anything that you want to share with us today?
I love that you asked this. Yeah, and you ask it after the question, did you ever think, why the heck am I doing this? I'm like, yes. And then I thought, why the heck am I going to do another one? And yes, I am doing another one because I can't stop. I'm absolutely addicted. I believe in the power of publishing. It has given me such a great tool to get my message and to be able to be, I received another one of my visions, but I received a message a long time ago that I was to be a portal of healing for the planet. And I didn't even have a computer. I had no idea what the word portal meant. I was getting this message. I'm like, what the heck is a portal? Do I need to dig? I don't like the dirt. All kinds of things like this. But now I understand that the network is being created, and so many healers' voices are coming through, and the energies are coming through because of the project I created. So I'm turning around and doing another one next year as well, Rebecca.
Very excited about that. And I love that you're just so embracing being that portal, and that you kept being curious and leaning into that even when he didn't know what that was. So I love that. Can't wait to see how that book and project unfolds. We'll make sure to have you share your contact information at the end of the show so that anyone that's feeling a pull or curiosity or wants to go deeper, they are able to. Mm-hmm. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. And we are getting ready to go to our next commercial break. And as we do that, listeners, I want you to think about all that Ariel has shared. And maybe there have been projects where there have been some speed bumps or there have been some stretches and challenges. And were you able to go deeper or take a different perspective on that and keep bringing forward all that you're called to bring forward? I think some of that's resilience too. And I want you to really feel, is there a poll to mark that date on your calendar, February 9th, to be able to add this amazing resource at an incredible rate to your library? Feel into that, because we want to make sure time doesn't pass us by, but we're really choosing purposely what we're doing with it. And if that is something calling to you, I want to make sure you put that on your calendar. And with that, we'll look forward to continuing our conversation in just 2 minutes.
Voice America is on your favorite smart speaker. If you have Alexa or Google Home, go ahead and give us a try.
Hey, Alexa, play Finding Your Frequency podcast on TuneIn.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
The White House Doctor makes house calls. Listen every week for House Calls with Dr. Connie Mariano. Dr. Connie has served as the White House physician under 3 U.S. presidents. Now, she joins the Voice America Empowerment Channel to help you enrich yourself physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Our guests will include professionals from a variety of fields who will bring you tips that you can apply to your own life. Listen for House Calls with Dr. Connie every Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on the Voice America Empowerment Channel.
Rebecca Hall-Griter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Find out what makes the most successful people tick. Keep listening to the Voice America Empowerment Channel. VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall-Griter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those 2 minutes, that opportunity to just breathe, process, receive all that serves. I encourage you at the end of the show to take a couple of moments, resist that urge to just charge right ahead and move right into instant action. Take a moment at the end of the show, 2 to 5 minutes, just to process, breathe, and choose with purpose your next step, how you're being, who you're being, and what you are bringing forward. So you can do so being grounded, centered, and purposeful. And it's amazing how much more smoothly and on purpose your day can flow, just taking those 2 to 5 minutes. So I encourage you to do that. And I promise throughout the show that you would get to know everybody's contact information so you can go deeper. I want to make sure I'm honoring that promise, that I'm giving you an opportunity to connect and go deeper with each of our amazing experts. And I have a bonus for you too, because I asked if they would be willing to also just give us a reminder or tip that we can carry with us and take forward as we go back out into the world as well. And they both generously leaned in and said yes. So with that, Janet, I would love to have you start. I'd love for you to share your tip and contact information so everybody can lean in and connect with you.
All righty. I would like everyone to please nurture yourself, take care of yourself, and find your community that will support you, give you what you need to go forward this year. My contact information is, I have not developed a author on-site, but that's on the agenda for this year. But you can contact me at my email at jaschidt1258@gmail.com. And I'm also on Facebook and Instagram.
Beautiful. And do you mind sharing your email one more time just so everybody has that?
You bet. JASCHIDT1258@gmail.com.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And Ariel, I would love for you to share your tip and your contact information as well.
Well, my tip is going to be short and sweet today, and that is to take good care of your whole self. That means body, mind, and soul, because you are your most precious resource. Like, really get that. Like, put yourself first. And if anybody is super excited to reach out to me, they can do so at ArielAsher.com. That's spelled AeriolAscher.com, or the network site BodyMindSoul.tv.
Beautiful. Thank you. And thank you for that important reminder of how valuable and precious we are, and to take care of all of us, not just part of us. I appreciate that really important reminder. And one more time, in case anyone missed it, the full name of the book coming out, the date it's launching, so everyone can just double check, make sure they wrote that down correctly.
Okay, good thing I memorized my lines. Okay, it's Empowered Self-Care. Empowered Self-Care, healing body, mind, and soul. Coming soon, ready to be right at you for $1. What? On February 9th, 2021.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing, for joining us today. I appreciate it. We're very excited about the book launch. And I also have an additional resource that I wanted to share with everybody, because we're talking about healing, we're talking about resilience, we're talking about moving forward in a powerful, positive way. And I'm very honored to be part of an international summit. It's going to be translated into both French and English, and it will be shared. It looks like the summit is happening. I'm just looking at the details here. February 4th through 6th, so it's coming up really fast. So you combine that with Ariel's release, we have like a week of healing. I love it. And if you're interested in learning more, it's a free summit. It is designed to really powerfully support people, particularly in healing their family trees. And so it's www.healingthefamilytree.org. That's healingthefamilytree.org. Very honored to be part of that. I hope that it serves you. And I want to encourage you and remind you that you are an amazing gift to the world. And the biggest positive, most impactful way we can make a difference in the world is by being willing to care for ourselves and share the gift of who we are. So today I encourage you to find a way to stretch a little bit more, to share a little bit more of who you are. It makes a big difference. We can impact each other heart by heart, life by life, when we're willing to reach out and touch another and do so in a mindful, purposeful, and in aligned way. So wherever you go, whatever you do, whoever and however you are choosing to be, I hope you are choosing to bloom where you're planted and shine. Have an amazing week, everyone. I'll look forward to talking to you next time.
Thank you for joining us this week for Empowering Women, Transforming Lives. Please tune in again for another edition with your host, Rebecca Hall-Griter.
Next Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific on the Voice America Empowerment Channel, with a replay on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern and 1 p.m. Pacific on the Voice America Variety Channel.
Have a beautiful week, and may you always bloom where you're planted and shine.